Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. A significant decrease in fuel prices kicked in this morning. Petrol prices have been cut by 62 to 76 cents per litre, while diesel will be going down by over R1. It all follows months of hefty increases in the price of petrol. The volatile rand and concerns around shipping routes in the Red Sea sent oil prices soaring earlier this month, sparking fears of higher fuel costs. But according to the Central Energy Fund, oil prices have stabilized as major shippers resume operations. For more on this, we're joined by OUTA's Wayne Duvenage. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. Some relief for consumers, Wayne, as we welcome the new year with good news. What can we attribute the good news to?
Good morning. It is nice to enter the new year with some good news. It has been a challenging year in the past year. So, yes, I think it's all due to the oil price. Remember, our prices are set on the averages of the oil price and the rand-dollar exchange rate over the last month, and they're adjusted each month accordingly. So throughout December, things looked a lot better with Brent crude hovering below $80 to the barrel, about 6% on average to the previous month, and the rand exchange rate was pretty stable, even though slightly worse off than the previous month. So we managed to bring the price of petrol down and diesel more so.
What does this decrease actually mean? More so with concerns about South Africa's persistently high fuel prices, really just looking at what we saw last year.
Yeah, no, it's been far too high for far too long. You know, if you just go back to pre-COVID days, our petrol price was around 16, about 5 years ago, 16 rand to the litre. We're now, celebrating it when it's up in the 22 rands per the litre, and it comes down. We quickly forget where it should be, and that was at a similar stage, around about $71 to the barrel. And that's only purely because the rand was a lot stronger than at 14 rand to the dollar, whereas now, as you know, it's well above that. And that's our biggest problem, is our exchange rate and the value of our currency. And if we can just get back to where it should be, and we are, a currency under pressure all the time because of our economic issues and our leadership in this country. So I guess we've got to hope that we can stabilize that in this year. This is the year that there is big opportunity for change in that regard. But it does mean good news for us for a while, bit of relief, and hopefully the commodity prices and food and such would come down.
Yeah, we hope so, because the second half of 2023 saw some rather steep increases in fuel, where we got the good news. We get the good news despite the rand depreciating against the dollar.
Yeah, absolutely. And far too much of our goods are moved on road and not on rail. Another big problem we hope is going to be sorted out this year. So we are beholden to the fluctuation in the fuel price more than we should be. And when it goes up, it impacts negatively quite substantially across all sectors in society, but more so in food. So hopefully, we can enjoy this reprieve, and fuel and cost of living will come down slightly. And let's see if we can keep this up throughout the year.
What does it mean for, a topic that you've been very consistent on, levies and the weak economic policy? These factors are something that you have spoken about many a times.
Yeah, look, levies go up every year around about the tax, when the minister gives his tax policy statements and speeches in February. We'll get an indication of whether the fuel levy is going to go up again. For the last 2 years, the minister has not increased the fuel levy, which is good news. It's a first ever in our history for certainly in our new democracy. And we hope that he doesn't increase those levies again this year. But if you add up all the levies and the additional costs that manage the fuel price in South Africa, they add up to more than the actual price of the basic price of petrol. So that's a big challenge, and I think the ministers recognize that they've increased those levies far too much in the past, and they had to put a brake on that. So now it's a case of, if we can get a stronger exchange rate, and the oil price does drop further, and we believe it should in the new year, then our petrol price should come down below 20 rand a litre, and that's what we're aiming for, and that will have good consequences for the country.
Yeah. Just looking at the pattern we saw last year, what should we really be making of this decrease as consumers? Will it be short-lived?
Well, we don't know. I do think that it all depends. We're in an election year, and the stability in our governance is important for stability in the rand. So a lot of that depends on the rand exchange rate. And then obviously if the international global geopolitical issues do tend to dampen and quieten down, we could see a better international fuel price, and that would help a lot. So I'm expecting that the fuel price should drop again.
Very well. Thank you so much for weighing in on this discussion. OUTA's OUTA CEO Wayne Duvenage giving us a sense of what the significant decrease in the fuel price means as we kickstart the morning. Thank you for your time. Now,